Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? Happy Monday. I am happy to bring you this fun card. I'm trying to do Mother's Day projects, but all of my sentiments are not going to be Mother's Day. I'm going to use a variety. I'm using the Darling Details this week, but I think it's a great set for Mother's Day. There isn't a Mother's Day sentiment in it, but if you use perennial postage, that has a Mother's Day sentiment that would work really good with this stamp set. I just really love the florals in it, and today I am using the Masterfully Made paper, which I will be ordering tomorrow. Yeah. When the sale starts, because it is a gorgeous pack of paper and absolutely worth having a second pack. I have an open pack that I've been using, and I just want an unopened pack because it's gorgeous. But anyway, yeah, I'll be ordering that on the 9th. But look for my video of my walk through the catalog so that you guys know what to order on Tuesday. So that should be up a little bit later on today. All right, guys, I will start with our project. So it's a birthday card. And like I said, I'm using the Masterfully Made designer series paper. I absolutely love it because it looks layered, torn. It's really realistic. In fact, when I showed this card to John, my husband, he touched this looking for the layers. And then he said, oh my gosh, I can't believe that looks so real. So he even, right in person, was fooled that it's so realistic. So I highly recommend this paper pack. If you do not have the Darling Details bundle, it is well worth it. One of my favorite bundles. I love the dies in it. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Luckily, I had to die cut everything, stamp and die cut everything ahead of time, which is really good because I cut my finger and it hurts. And so at least now I don't have to do any of those kinds of things. So I will point out what we are doing. But yeah, the Darling Details bundle, and then I'm using the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch, the scalloped one, not the ticket. I love this. I love these Pick-a-Punch pieces because look how pretty that is. So pretty. And it just matches the scallops of this. It's just a perfect to be used with this bundle also. Let's put this to the side. We are using just basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the center. And thank goodness I did that also ahead of time. Hopefully by the next video that I have to make, everything will be good. So the raised up piece is the part you want up towards you, and you want to bend it with the raised up. Put your corners together. There we go. And I'm going to do the best I can to burnish because it's hard when you don't have your dominant finger, right? All right. So this is just regular basic white. And I have a 1/4 sheet of Azure Afternoon. It is 4.25 by 5.5. And so we're going to attach that right over the top. So let me grab my silicone sheet and my multi-purpose. I'll tell you what, it is definitely a challenge to craft without your pointer finger when you're right-handed, right? And if you were left-handed and it was your left hand, it would be an issue, right? Okay. Just a little bit of glue on the back. You guys don't have to use this much. It's just the way I glue things. Hopefully, I have some base tracing on my finger, and hopefully I don't get it on my card. I will do the best I can for you, but just give me a little grace. All right, so basically what I wanted it to look like was that it was an Azure afternoon card, but it is not. I wanted white cord. I wanted it white cord, so I'm gonna, while I have it open, I'm gonna go ahead and run my roller over and make sure that it adheres nicely. All right, so I have a piece of 4" by 5 1/4 of the Masterfully Made, and this is the one that I am using today. This pattern, and it is just so real. I love it. The back has torn paper. It also looks very real, but we are going to adhere this, and I'm going to skew it like so. Okay, so it's 4" by 5 1/4. And then I will talk to you about our die cut piece that we are using. So there's a frame die. There's actually 2 frame dies, a smaller and a larger, and I use the larger in basic white cardstock. And I cut a piece of cardstock, the white cardstock, 3 3/4 by 5. And once I cut it, I laid my frame die over the top, and I made sure I secured it with some Post-it flags to hold it down. So this is the piece. I'm going to put this in here. Pretend it's not cut, okay? Let's line it up here. All right. So we have that, and I used this frame. Now, it does not cut here. It just does this little stitching. So that's why you want to lay it on there even. So, and secure it with the Post-it flags so that it doesn't shift when you're die cutting. When you pull the die up, you're going to have all these little pieces that fall through the hole here. And then this piece, I like to save it and stamp on it or whatever. But yeah, so you have, this is our frame. So we are going to lift this up off of the top, and let me explain what I'm going to use. So you know how the mini dimensionals have this wide border around them, okay? And when you're done using all of them, this is what you have. So I'm going to be using that wide border, and hopefully I can cut. Okay, I'm just going to push my finger through there. But I'm going to use this, and I'm going to cut a narrow, long strip here. And I'm going to do another one. I can get 3 from this side, okay? So I'm just going to cut a second one. All right, we're going to start with these. And basically this helps to hold up our frame, okay? And I'm going to use some smaller pieces. You'll see in a minute. So let's go ahead and go down the long sides first. So there's that one. Let's put this one. Right here. And I'm going to trim this piece right here and put it here. Okay. So there's that one. So I have that. Let's cut another one. This one I'm going to leave as is, like this. I'm just going to trim that edge and this edge. And we'll pull that one up. Okay. We'll place it here. And we're going to cut another one from the other side. So you can see how nice these pieces work for the frame. So I'm going to pull the back off here. And then I'm just going to trim this edge and then use this piece right here. So see how well that works out? Now I'm going to fill in some smaller pieces. So we have these 3 to throw away, but I'm going to use these edges and cut some you'll see. I'm going to start peeling the backs off of them. I'm a little slower because of my finger, but I hope you guys will understand. I'm doing my best. So I'm going to put these longer pieces there. And the shorter pieces will fit like that. Let's put another one over here. Oops. I keep thinking that the back is off, but it's not. All right. Let's put another one here. And then that's 4 across that piece. These are tearing, which is why I have to pull the backs off of them. And I'm going to cut these in half because they're just slightly too long, but these smaller pieces fit nicely in these little sections here. Cut this one in half. And I should be able to have going across that piece there. So and we're going to add another one over here, right there. And then we just have to work our way down the long sides. So we're going to do, some are short already, these ones here, and then the other ones we'll cut in half. And hopefully that will be enough. I know they don't seem very long, but because I have that wide border on my frame, well, not wide border, but I have a border on my frame that gets in there. You just want to put a few so that there's support. The short ones, we don't have to do anything to those, but the bigger ones, we have to cut those in half. And again, I apologize that I'm so slow. It's because I hurt my finger and I'm scared that it will start bleeding all over my card. See, I did cut it quite well. I think I'm going to have to put a Band-Aid on it before too long. I apologize for the gore of having to see that. It's not that bad, but it is a little bit. I was cleaning and I just sliced it right across a piece of metal. Not very smart of me for sure, but accidents happen. And I should be fine in a couple days. I guess I'll just have to keep a Band-Aid on it. I thought it was better and I pulled the Band-Aid off, but I think I still needed it, right? All right, let's cut a couple of these and then we should be in the home stretch because we're going to put them down this side. Then we can just pull the backs off of them. This should be the last one. All right, one there and one here. All right, so let's get rid of all of these and then we're going to use our Take Your Pick tool and do our best to remove all the backs of the smaller ones. I might have to do those by hand. We'll see. Considering I don't have good use of my pointer, I don't know if I can do it. There we go. Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be a challenge. Hopefully I will heal soon. I'm using it, but I'm trying not to press too hard. The little ones are the hard ones to get off, right? The big ones, they're no problem. You're just gonna pull on those and they'll come right up. Oops, I'm flinging little pieces everywhere. Almost done here, halfway. Okay, fourth section of little ones. There we go. I think I got them all now. Let's pull the small, not the small, let's pull the large ones off. All right, so those should come off fairly easily. Okay. But isn't it cool that you can use the edges of the mini dimensionals? I think it's pretty cool. All right, I think that's all of them. So when we attach this frame, we're gonna kind of toggle it to the other side. So this one's gonna go this direction, okay? And you just want the corners to show, and you're slightly moving it. Yeah. And then just make sure that you have it down and that you press it evenly. All right, perfect. All right, so that's what we have so far. So now we're gonna glue this little grouping together. Okay, I'm gonna use the wet adhesive. We're gonna start with the large flower, and we have the smaller flower. I used fresh freesia, and I stamped in fresh freesia. And then for the blue flower, I used Azure Afternoon and stamped in Azure Afternoon. This freestanding, I cut that out of Azure Afternoon. And then for this little greenery, I stamped it in Parakeet Party on basic white. And then I cut 3 little leaves, 2 of this one out of Parakeet Party, and then this 3-petaled leaf, I cut that also out of Parakeet Party. So those are the pieces that I have. So let's try and get them glued together. So what I like to do when I'm working with a little kind of cluster of flowers or anything, I like to piece it all together. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. If I can get it out, there we go. All right, on to that flower, okay? And we're gonna put it right here in this little crease, okay? So that's gonna stick up right there, okay? Then we're going to add this little flower here. So I'm gonna put some adhesive on these 2 petals. That's where it will stick. And we're gonna put it kind of to the side here. And we also wanna get this little greenery. And we're gonna put glue on those 2 bottom leaves. We're gonna slide that in and kind of in between these guys like that. And it's kind of coming from the center. Okay. And then think I want this one over more. Yeah, I think it needs to be like this. Yeah, that's perfect. And then let's add a little bit of glue to the side of this leaf here. You don't need a lot. This glue, actually, you don't need very much. I just over glue everything. So we're gonna add that leaf right there. And then I'm gonna add a small leaf. And then I'm gonna save the blue and the green, one leaf and the blue flower. I'm just gonna add this one at the top. Okay. So I'm gonna put this kind of in between this petal and that rose. So kind of like that. So there's our first little. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna move these to the side. And I'm gonna bring in my card. I wanna make sure I get all the adhesive off. All right, so this is going to sit kind of off to the side here, like so, okay? About right there. So everything that is in this bottom section needs dimensionals. You can see it has like dipped down. So pretty much everything except for this little tiny piece here on this edge is going to be getting dimensionals. So we're gonna flip this over and I'm gonna start putting dimensionals. Remember that one side here doesn't get any, but the rest of it does. So we can add a few of these, and then I'm gonna put minis in the rest. And I think that I'm gonna cut small pieces, and I'm gonna add those to this leaf here. Kind of like that. I think I'm gonna cut a more narrow piece for that one. All right, so let's use some minis. Let me actually just cut this one just to get rid of it, and then I'll see if I need a mini. Put one there, and one mini should be enough, I guess. Or I can just keep cutting this and be done with it. I like using up the edges. Makes me happy when I finish off a whole piece. All right. So like I said, this is gonna balance like so on here. And we want this to be glued here. So I'm gonna put this down, then I'm gonna lift up and I'm gonna put a little glue behind that. So let's grab our, I think I got all of them off. Let's add a little bit of glue. I'm gonna bring back my mat. And I'm gonna put wet glue here so that it will adhere to the frame. And I'm just gonna put a smidge up like that. And let's go ahead and attach our floral at the top here. So this one's gonna be leaning kind of to the corner here. So I'm gonna take care of that first. And then we're gonna lay this along the side. So there's that. Let's make sure this one, there we go. All right, so next is gonna be the happy birthday, and then we are going to attach these two pieces like that underneath the happy birthday. So let's grab that. I've already stamped it, but I want to share with you. So it's 3/4 of an inch by 2 1/8 inch. You're going to stamp your happy birthday in Azure Afternoon. And then we're going to use our seal adhesive. And we're going to use this little scrap. I'll show you what happens. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on it. Okay, good. And it's just, we're just going to use it to help place our happy birthday into our punch. So it's our handle. So we're going to do this scallop. So when we turn it around, and you can put 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch in here. So this is going to go all the way to the back. See how it fits just nicely in there? Give it a little punch. That's the one side. I'm gonna lift this off, and we're gonna put it on this side now, and we're gonna punch the other side. So it works out really nicely. You're gonna slide it in, and it goes all the way there to the back. And there is our scallop. So I can remove that. And these two are the 2 little pieces that fell out of the punch. So we're going to glue our floral piece and our leaf to the back. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on there. And we're going to make sure that it sticks like so to our, and then we're going to tuck this little leaf. It'll look like it's coming out from the back here, just like that. And then this piece is going to have some dimensionals. So we're just going to lay those across. And then, of course, we're going to put a few more on here. Let's trim a small one, and then over here. This has worked rather nicely, I think, using these bits and pieces. All right, so let's pull the backs off of that. More little one. Ugh. They don't want to stay. They don't want to listen. Let's see if I can pick them all up. There we go. Well, almost. All right, so now we're going to glue this. I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue on the edge because it's going to be touching, and actually this piece is laying on the frame, so I don't need quite this much. I'm going to lay it a little farther back. There we go. And this piece here is going to be laying on the frame, so I'm going to add a little bit there. Okay, so let's add our happy birthday. And remember, your frame is crooked, so you don't want it straight. So you need to lay it so that it is straight. Don't worry about the frame being straight. And we're going to push that up so it looks like it's all one piece. Come on, work with me. There we go. And we just got to make sure that it's straight, and it is. Fantastic. So you have your happy birthday. We're going to use our make sure there's no glue on anything here, because we did glue things. I think we're good. Okay, so let's work on the inside. So on the inside, we're gonna put this little piece of floral. The back side has this green parakeet, pretty peacock, I mean, not parakeet. And we're gonna add that in on the edge. And then we're gonna do a little bit of stamping, not a lot, with some small flowers. So this piece is 1/2 inch by 5.5. All right, let me grab my stamp. All right, so we have a leaf. We're gonna use Parakeet Party for it. And then we're going to do 3 little flowers. So I'm gonna put my leaf in here first. All right, let me clean that, close this. We're gonna do Parakeet Party for the leaf, Fresh Freesia, and Azure Afternoon for our flowers. So clean that. All right, so this little flower stamp is adorable. Look how cute that is. So that's what we're using. We'll put one over here, one on the other side, and then I will clean and we'll do a blue one. Azure Afternoon. I wanted to try and match the flowers to the strip of DSP. So I wanted to have like a little variation. And there is our leaf with our flowers. So cute. Let's clean and close that ink pad. So the 3 inks that we used today were Azure Afternoon, Fresh Freesia, and Parakeet Party. I think our card turned out super cute. You could write a nice sentiment in there for a birthday, or if you wanted to put a Mother's Day sentiment, that would be fine as well. We used Darling Details bundle, which is on the last chance list. The happy labels, pick a bunch, and the masterfully made DSP. I love how it turned out. I hope you do as well. Thanks for being here, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will put yesterday's I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired. Don't mind me. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this, and don't forget to look for the video a little bit later today of what to order from the new catalog. I'm going to be walking, not the new one, from the retiring last chance list. I will be walking you through it. I hope that you will watch and decide what to order for Tuesday. All right, guys, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. So happy to be with you here today, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. We will be continuing with the Darling Details bundle, and I will be talking with you soon. Happy stamping!